is a really humid day out there right now, 81 degrees in Boston, and we're not out of the woods yet with these storms.
No, ice doesn't stand a chance around here today. And Eric,
today.
It sounds like it's an active night, too.
I would not want to be an ice cream cone outside today, especially because I think a few people will be indulging. We're talking about a very steamy afternoon. We've had all these pop-up showers and thunderstorms. Some of them have packed a punch. We're watching another round moving in from western Mass. And the strongest storms right now in northeastern Connecticut. We'll watch those head toward Rhode Island and into southeastern Massachusetts this evening. A little radar tour. Heavy rainfall over Bill Ricker right now. This storm did knock down at least one tree in Lowell, so it's got some gusty winds and it's just slowly oozing its way off toward the east. A new one has popped up here, Boxborough down to Bolton. Also a downpour around Shirley and into Groton. A few cracks of thunder, some flashes of lightning. Another storm here that's working its way eastward over into Douglas and Oxford. This one non-severe at this time, but quite a bit of lightning along with it. And then we broaden it out a little bit. We've got some flash flooding going on in western Massachusetts, and all this is going to be moving off to the east-southeast as we head into the evening. So I think our biggest rain totals will be along and south of the Pike as we head through the next few hours. Earlier on today, one of the stronger storms put down hail that was larger than quarter size. That's pretty decent size for southern New England. Michelle sent that picture in from Milford earlier on today. And I think our biggest issue is just going to be heavy rainfall. There might be a little bit of hail, some gusty winds, but heavy rain on the roads. That's the main threat for the rest of this evening. So use caution if traveling. Outside of that, temperatures are in the 70s and 80s, some rain-cooled air in spots, but it's pretty steamy for most of us, and dew points are way up into the 70s. That's about as humid as you're going to see around here without a landfalling tropical system. So a very muggy evening that'll keep temperatures near 70, and we'll continue to see some scattered downpours and rumbles. It's just going to be an unsettled stretch right into tomorrow evening. So here's the timeline. You see that heavier rainfall moving down toward Connecticut, Rhode Island, into southeastern Mass this evening. It'll be scattered to the north. Then another round is going to move in as we head toward tomorrow morning. That's going to be leftover thunderstorms from earlier on tonight that are off to our west. So that moves through in the morning. Some clouds, some showers, downpours, and thunder to start the day. And then the biggest question for the afternoon is, can we warm up enough to see some stronger thunderstorms develop during the afternoon and early evening? It'll be a race between warm temperatures and crashing cooler air that'll be moving in from the north. Look at the high temperature map tomorrow. From the 60s to near 70 in Portsmouth, maybe in the low 70s in Manchester, to a shot at the 80s once you get south of the Pike. And it's in this warmer air that develops in the afternoon that will have the best chance for some stronger storms to develop. So that will be the area to watch for potentially a few severe thunderstorm warnings tomorrow afternoon. So if you're heading to the beach, not an ideal day. To the north, it's going to be much cooler. The wind turning northeasterly. To the south, we'll be watching those storms and some clouds mixed in. Otherwise, very humid outside. If you're not a big fan of this humidity, watch it disappear as we head into tomorrow afternoon. You'll get it first across New Hampshire, and then those dew points fall region-wide by tomorrow evening. It'll feel very different. Speaking of different, how about Friday? Some scattered showers, onshore winds, high temperatures in the 60s on Friday. That is way below the norm for this time of the year. It doesn't stick around for too long. On Saturday, we start with some clouds, but a bit of afternoon improvements, and we get close to 80, and we're back into the 80s on Sunday. But if you look at our AccuWeather 7-day, that is a very cool end to the week. 60s and areas of rain. Saturday, a slow start. Sunday looks drier. The pick of the weekend again, much like what we saw last weekend. David.